All right, Wildhorse Pass, are you boys and girls still with me? Make some noise out there if you're loving the off-road racing. Oh, man, there you go. That's all right. That's right. Hey, you know, we can still enjoy coming out here. Well, if you love racing right now, I got to tell you this race, this is the class for you. This is grassroots racing right here. If you look at these, the first two trucks that you'll see coming out, actually, one is a Ford F-150, one is a Dodge. And you can see this, these are trucks that you might have on the side of your house. Put a cage in it, put a fuel cell in it, and come race you better make some noise for Justin, sir. Everybody doing a great job. But these brothers right here, no strangers. You can already hear the family going crazy. Jake Muns, man, a sweep of the weekend. You got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, it feels pretty good. I would have preferred to be standing in that spot. I was going for it at the end, but just didn't have enough.
That's right. You know, I told him by announcing out there, I said, hey, they're brothers off the track, but on the track, they're racers.
Oh, yeah, well, beat each other's equipment up all day long on the track. Not take each other out, but pound some dents after the race.
Well, yeah, because you guys share the fixing. You know, you don't just fix your truck, or he doesn't fix. Well, he kind of does, but, you know, you guys definitely help out with the fixing. You definitely know how to dial in the shocks, man, and it got you here, second place on the podium.
Nice. I'm happy about that.
All right, well, who do you want to say thank you to?
Mom, Dad, Fifi, Duff, Matt, Ryan, Henry for helping me with the brakes today. I wouldn't have been able to corner out there if it wasn't for him fixing them. Scott at American Spring, Raceline Wheels. He was complaining about that last night.
Nobody said hi to Mama Steve.
Yeah. They come out.
Hey, Jake Muns, everybody, second place today. But taking no difference, his sibling right here, Will Muns, our winner, and a weekend. You won both days, man. You got to feel. I mean, I don't even know how you feel.
Yeah, that $2,000 is going to be fabulous.
Tell us about that $2,000 about the General Tires deal that you got going on.
They sponsor us for General Tires, so you got $1,000 for a win. So we bought a brand new set of tires, $800, so that just paid for our tires and paid for the weekend. So we'll be coming back next weekend.
All right, that works pretty good. So even though it was Jake behind you, what do you change or what do you do differently, or do you just run all out the whole race?
Just run all out the whole race. It was really muddy out there, so it depends on the start. You start looking for the dry lines and what's wet and what's dry, so you kind of alternate your lines depending on the track conditions, and then it changes halfway through the race, so then you change again. But I got a lot of people to thank, my mom and dad mostly, Henry, Maddie, Ryan, all the guys, Fifi and Duff, everybody that comes out and supports us. Special thanks to Scott Dana at American Spring. He helps us do the springs on Steve, Mama Steve, thank you.
Well, I tell you what, you better make some noise. I'm going to get out of the way, make some pictures. And Muns Brothers sweep of the weekend, both days. We'll go over and talk to some of these co-riders over here. Judy, I don't get to talk to you. I don't get to talk to you because you're over the live track meet. I get to talk to you live. So who'd you ride with today?
I rode with Jake.
Okay, how'd that feel?
That was awesome.
Different style of driving between him and Will?
No, not really. They're both aggressive.
They're both aggressive and good, man. It must have felt good. So if you could pick one that you had to race with for the rest of their life, what would it be?
I'm not going there.
All right, very good. Well, how about you? I'll tell you what. And you, obviously, that means you rode with Will.
I did.
Your first time?
Yes.
How did it feel?
Unexpected.
Are you scared?
No, not at all.
All right, very good. Well, I just had to get a quick story in. We're going to come back to our next racing right after this. All right, everybody, we're back. We have audio on livetrackfeed.com. Definitely want to say a big sorry out there. We found a bad cable. But we are live on livetrackfeed.com. And look at this couple. You know, I don't get a chance. You need to film this. You need to look at this. I don't get a chance to talk to the couple that makes this all happen. So, great day of racing. Great day of racing yesterday. You guys got to be pretty proud, don't you? Don't you give me that no. Come here. I'll tell you what, Marnie, you're as big a part of this as he is. So tell me about how you're going on with this weekend. Come on, Marnie. Come on, Marnie. All right, I'll talk to Tim. So, Tim, a beautiful day of racing, some good competition out here.
We got lucky with the weather, and yeah, a lot of cars. Marnie did a bunch of work to get us all here, and couldn't be more proud of her.
You know what, and I would love to get her to comment on it because, okay, at least, I'll tell you what, at least just say thank you for the racers coming out. Just say thank you. That's all you got. Just say thank you. Oh, she just doesn't look at this. That's why I said film this. That's right. Look, the racers are even saying, Marnie, say something. Here, I'll just. She said for me to tell you that she loves everybody for coming. So there you go. So thanks. That's all right. She didn't want to say it. She goes, tell him that on the mic. I bet you'd be good on the mic, actually. I know you would. All right. I'll get you off the spot. Give me some water up here. If there's still some water. Yes, indeed. Thank God. I wish it was. That's coming up in a bit. Come on up. Come on up, Wendy. Wendy got it for me today. All right. I got it. We talked about it last night. That's what I wish everybody would do. Brian Cannon, I didn't get a chance to talk to you, but Brian Cannon out there from California. The one and only mini mod out there. And Tim over there driving for Kermit Lennick again. We didn't get a chance to talk to him. The lone and only truck out there, so my apologies, guys. Get kind of hectic out there talking to the stock full guys, and I didn't give them their podium. So I just looked down and realized there were more trucks out there, so I messed up. I don't think they'll be too upset. I could be wrong, but all right. So the Network Automotive Full Stock round number 4 is in the history books. But right now, the Dragonfire Unlimited UTV class takes the track behind the Santan Ford Pace truck. And look at that. Your number 1 qualifier in the car, number 624, Alec Pierce. Indeed, he's doing a great job in this track. Yesterday was his first time in this class, and today will be his second. And you can see the car number 635 of Adam Gruder lined up right behind Alec Pierce. Chance Haugen from Pinnacle Off-Road Motorsports. He's out there in the number 618 car, and right next to him in the 677 is another Haugen of Chelsea Haugen, brought to you from Pinnacle Off-Road Motorsports. And Bree Smith, she's out there in the number car in the 627. Then I bet you Dan Bungartz is up here doing the spotting for Bree Smith. And Joseph Sen will round off this 6-car field of unlimited UTVs. Can Adam Gruder make it a sweep of the weekend and win again? Or will Alec Pierce, in his second race ever, top my podium? All right, we'll take these unlimited UTVs around the track one more time. Still a little confusion. Trying to get it rock and rolling. Why don't you grab a microphone and get up here, Mama Steve? You already got a big thank you today. So Mama Steve just came up here and told me, don't forget to visit the vendors right here in the vendor area. Torrance out there with the beer. Let me see if he can hear me, giving him an announcement right now. I'm going to go over here and look at Torrance. So Torrance out there selling some beer right behind me. I can't see him, but I know he's got some beer for sale. There's some hot dogs and everything else out here. Dan 200 in the Super Duty headquarters truck. And Fodro out there, Dragonfire, all out here in the vendor area. So get on down here. Super Sick, right underneath the timing. If you want the official swag of Lucas Oil Regional Off-Road Series Arizona, get it right here underneath the Yamaha banner, right next to the Super Sick gear, right underneath timing. I bet we have the Santan Ford Pace F-150 is getting off the track right now. We're going green this time around for the Unlimited UTVs. So Adam Gruner leading this field of 6 cars into turn number 2. Alec Pierce hot on his tail as they come over the ski jump into turn 3. All right, I heard a bunch of ahs when I turned away, but it looks like we had a little congestion. So Adam Grunder and Alec Pierce. I don't know what led to who, but Alec Pierce still running. But Adam Grunder now with a broken wheel. I know he's not going to be very happy. But now we've limited the field down to 4 cars. There once were 6, but now there are only 4. And now everything shapes up. This is going to be a crazy thing because Chance Haugen and Chelsea Haugen now finding themselves out front. And I just heard that Adam Grunder's wheel broke. So that's pretty frustrating for Alec Pierce out there, but quickly getting around car 621, Joseph Sen already. So now Alec Pierce just has the Haugens from Pinnacle Off-Road Motorsports in front of him. In this modified UTV class, Unlimited UTV brought to you by Dragonfire Racing. So Chance Haugen out in front, and Alec Pierce already getting around Chelsea Haugen. Alec Pierce now trying to find a line around Chance Haugen. Alec Pierce down the back straightaway, taking back over the lead in this Unlimited class. So we'll talk to Alec Pierce. If he doesn't have any problems, we'll see if we can get it on top of my podium. Alec Pierce sawing away on the steering wheel, having some issues coming down the front straightaway. And now Chelsea Haugen out in front of Chance. So Chelsea Haugen, she wanted to take some second place right there. And the 677 of the Pinnacle Off-Road Motorsports crew. But right now, I talked to him yesterday. I said, hey, man, let's see if you can get up on top of my podium. And there he is out front, Alec Pierce. So let's see if he can run a smooth race from here on out and stay on top of my podium. So, all right. Chelsea Haugen and Chance Haugen, a little racing going on right there. Chance Haugen now back out in front of Chelsea. And Alec Pierce just running away with it. But now you can see the real battle behind the Haugens. And Chance Haugen now back out in front of Chelsea. And car 621, Joseph Sen will round off this field of unlimited UTVs. And it's just kind of awkward not seeing Adam Grunder out there. You can see him still parked to the inside of the track with a broken hub. And that will bring out the Santan Ford Pace vehicle. And while we're taking this time, Steve's up here to remind everybody, make sure you stop by the Super Sick booth and get some official swag of the Lucas Oil Regional Off-Road Series here in Arizona. So the mandatory caution coming out, or otherwise known as the competition yellow. This is done about halfway between the laps, so that we can bunch up the field again, so that way you don't have somebody like Alec Pierce, as you just saw, running away with it. So can Alec Pierce stay out front, or will Chance or Chelsea Haugen have an answer for him at this second half of the Dragonfire Unlimited UTV class, round number 4, race number 6. And you can see that turn signal coming off the Santan Ford F-150. We're going green this time around. All right, I tell you what, we found a cooler down there. Torrance has got it down there at the beer stand. So if you can go down there and tell Torrance what you had in that ice chest, go get your ice chest. If you're missing an ice chest or a cooler, go down there and talk to Torrance, the beer guy. He's got it for you. All right, back to racing now. Alec Pierce, we're going back. We're back at green. And Alec Pierce now still business as usual. He's out front. And Chance Haugen right there now trying to get into that mix. Can Chance Haugen start challenging for the lead? And Chelsea Haugen right there from Pinnacle Off-Road Motorsports coming over the ski jump at this time as the leaders come into turn 3. So Alec Pierce, as you have heard me talk about him, this is his first weekend here in this new class for him, in this unlimited UTV class. He is actually a mini stock racer. He's done very good out there in a Toyota that he's got, but now he's chosen to get into the unlimited UTVs. And he's doing a great job out here. This will be his first win in this new class for him, so it'll be very exciting for him to get to talk to me on the top of my podium. And Chance Haugen, no stranger to my podium, but Chelsea Haugen, I will be very excited to talk to her. And I know there's going to be a lot of Pinnacle Off-Road Motorsports mentioning in this podium. And so at least 2 more laps left here in this Dragonfire Racing Unlimited UTV class. right, so all of a sudden we got some things happening out on the track that I wasn't aware of. Chelsea Haugen having to be pushed off the ski jump. And Chance Haugen, and that's going to switch things up in our lead years. So Alec Pierce still running away with this thing. I don't think he understands what carnage is going on behind him, but that now will get our podium a little different run, because you can see the 621 car of Joseph Sen out there. So there you have it, checker flag flying for Alec Pierce. His second race ever in this unlimited UTV class and his first win. But Chance Haugen right there will take second place for Pinnacle Off-Road Motorsports. And Chelsea Haugen, unfortunately, will have to be pushed off with Adam Grunder as you see them being carried off on the loader. And 621 of Joseph Sen, we'll be able to talk to them when we come back. Well, that means Alec Pierce is very excited about his win. You guys better make some noise for Alec Pierce, his first win. Very excited out there. We'll talk to Dad right here. All right, well, hold on. How are you feeling right now?
Oh, my God.
Is it pretty exciting?
That's the best race I've ever seen him run.
Oh, well, there you have it. Well, let's see what he's got to say about out on the podium. How are you feeling right now?
Feeling good, buddy. Feeling good.
I tell you, you had actually out here, and you guys had a car out here, and it got a little damaged. But let's get you up on my podium. I want to talk to you, man, because I'm pretty excited for all you guys right now. We'll get it out of him. So let's get Joseph. He's got a big smile on his face. He's really happy. And Chance Haugen, Chance Haugen, having to see Chelsea being carried off there at the end there. But so Chance Haugen with a second place right behind Alec Pierce. So I know Chance for Pinnacle Off-Road Motorsports, he's going to be very excited. So come on up here, you guys. Let's get you on. Look at Alec. He couldn't wait to get up here standing. Yeah, I know he's very happy. All right. So, Joseph, we're going to start with you. Go ahead, Chance. I'll give you that. All right. So, hey, one more time for your Unlimited UTV's competitors right here. This is Joseph. Hey, Joseph, man, you stand out there. You're in the middle of your race, and, man, next thing you know, a lot of cars going everywhere, and you're on my podium.
Yeah.
Your first podium?
Yeah.
First time I've ever talked to you, but you got to feel pretty good. What kind of emotions do you have right now swirling through your head?
That was crazy.
Hey, see, that's good. I like that word. That's crazy. I don't even know. But how many times have you been racing?
I started like the second to last race last year.
So you've had maybe 3 races?
Yeah.
That feels pretty good, man, to be on this box already. So this is the part where you get to say thank you to the people that made it happen for you.
All right. I'd like to thank my dad, Donnie, and Trish, and Pinnacle.
All right. Well, there you have it. Joseph Sen, third place. First podium, right? Feel good? All right, very good, but not a first podium for this guy, Chance Haugen from Pinnacle Off-Road Motorsports. We got to get it just right. But Chance, man, you saw Chelsea being carried off there. You tried to get around Alec Pierce, man, but coming from the stock mini class, man, it was pretty hard. What was going on from your seat?
I was just trying to pass my sister when I passed her, just trying to protect and hopefully get second place or first.
What do you anticipate went wrong? Could you hear it in the radio? What was going on with her car?
My dad just said my sister's broke down corner 2, go wide, so at least I got second.
All right, very good. You got to feel good about that. So you've got a good list of sponsors that have been coming on lately. So who do you want to say thank you to?
I thank my mom, my dad, all my sponsors, Pinnacle Off-Road Motorsports, Big Gun Exhaust, and a lot more.
All right, you got it. What else you got?
I don't.
I thought you were digging for your list or something.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Well, Chad's how can I remember Pinnacle Off-Road Motorsports? But this man, I used to call his car the Bomb, and I called it the Bomb because one time in Tucson, it looked like he got dropped out of a B-52 on the finish line jump. I don't even know how that car even survived, but now I can't call him that anymore. Alec Pierce, your winner. Man, gangsta, the first weekend out, and you're already on top of my box.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a lot different than the mini stock, that's for sure.
So what do you do different? Do you have to set the car up differently into the corners, or do you drive different? Do you accelerate harder, accelerate less? Do you have to be smoother with the throttle or braking? What's the differences?
Everything's different since I'm driving in four-wheel drive. There's power in the turns and stuff like that, and straightaways, it's a lot different.
All right, what's heavier, or which one was harder to drive to get up here? The car you're in now, or the truck?
The truck was definitely harder.
Oh, very good. So, man, it's good to see you on my podium. I'm really just as excited as everybody else is for you. Who do you want to say thank you to?
I want to say thank you to my parents, friends, and family who come out from Tucson, everyone who helps me out, Tier 1 Contracting for supporting my the racing, ADS Shocks for helping me out for everything that they do, Orion Rodriguez Racing for all their support, and that's about it.
That's about it. That's about good enough for me. Alec Pierce, your winner of the Unlimited UTV class, brought to you by Dragon Fire Racing. We're going to go back to some more racing. And remember to stick around. We got the big dogs coming up here, the Pro Lights. We had about 6 of them yesterday, so we'll see if we can get it back out here today. So I'll tell you what, man, I'm sitting here talking with some of the SR1 drivers. You didn't get a chance to talk to me on my podium, but J.R. Wood right here, brand new chassis. You're feeling it this year, aren't you?
The new chassis is awesome. I mean, Weller support on everything that they're doing for the whole class. I mean, they're setting this class up for big things, and it's a little bit of adjustment to the new car from the old car that we had. We're picking it up a little bit, not as fast as I'd like it to be, but you know, today's race was probably the best race I've had in 3 years out here. Battling with Lance right here, and you know, Matt Land, Dave Hara, everybody in this class makes it what I feel is the best and fastest class out here, and it's amazing. I mean, today was a good day.
Well, definitely as far as the family goes and the camaraderie between you guys, there is no other class of racing that I've ever seen that is more tightly knit than the SR1 class. You know, we got freestyle motocross guy Ronnie Renner coming out here this weekend, too. He's just very excited to be in the races. I was able to interview him earlier, and man, he's really enjoying being on it. So this class really allows the fun factor and the competition factor really high.
Yeah, he actually pitted with us this weekend. He's a good friend of mine from out in Cali, and, you know, we took care of him here. He takes care of us out of there. But, you know, the one thing I got to do is give a huge shout-out to my mom, my dad. my spotter, that guy, he had me so pumped on that race. I think that's the most excited he's ever been on the race. Jesse just hit everything perfect on it. Ronnie throwing it down on the car. We're all pulling late-nighters on this, all working on the car here. There's no way I could do it without these guys helping me, and that's the greatest part about this. I mean, family, friends, blood is family, but you know what? The ties we have with our friendships that we make out here and that we have at home that help us on these race cars is what makes throwing dirt in these guys' face the best thing in the world.
Well, that's very well said, man. J.R. Wood, you got him standing right here. Lance Root, you as well. You started off with a new chassis that you thought might have given you an edge, but I saw you out here in good old Trusty.
Hey, I started off yesterday. I picked up a new Weller car from, a used car, and I ran it, and they're light and nimble, and they run good, but I broke a motor mount, so, luckily still had the other cars sitting there, so they talked me into driving it, and I come out here, and I think I ended up in 6th place after qualified 8th, ended up 6th. I let JR by me. I got back by JR. Matt Land got by me. I got back by Matt Land. Dustin tried to get me in turn 4, and I ended up punting him pretty good and driving up over his car. And at the end of the day, like JR was saying, man, it's all a family affair out here. All us SR1 drivers are out here to hang out and bang out on the track and have a good time, man.
Well, we definitely always had a good time. Lance Root with you from Super Sick. Thanks for the interview. All right, with the sound of those engines behind me, that means we are now time for the Federal Motorsports Pro Buggy and Limited Buggy class. And these Pro Buggies, that you'll see them here in 2 weeks when the Nationals get through here. The Lures event's coming right here to Wildhorse Pass. So I know I'm going to be here, so I'm sure the majority of you guys and girls that race the short course racing are going to be here as well. But for the fans that are out here watching and enjoying the racing today, don't forget the national event coming out here in 2 weeks. So, and remember, you can tell everybody right now today, if you want to see the racing that you're going on, and that's going on right now live, go to livetrackfeed.com, and you can have Grandma at home in Modesto, California. I don't know, that's where my mom's at. She's watching it on her cell phone at livetrackfeed.com. The Santan Ford Pace Truck's pulling off. We're going green this time around. And these Pro Buggies wasting no time, putting on a great race for you. Jared Irwin going wide in turn 2. Opening the door for Rob Harvey now. And look at this car, number 74. Brady Whitlock out front. But he's got a very competitive and very hungry Kyle Arup right behind him. And with a slip up, Kyle Arup and him make contact. Jared Irwin also gets collected in that. And now the lead has changed. Rob Harvey now. And let's see, young Ryan Anderson. Now he is finding himself in second place after these cars get collected at turn 4. All right, so we've got a car right out in the middle of the track. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a full track yellow. And I don't know, it's Kyle Arup, but I don't know if he's having a firing problem now or if the contact broke something. You can see the DRP safety crew doing a great job out here. Carl making sure that all the drivers are safe. And now we've got some things shaken up in the order. So now it's going to be Rob Harvey in the number 18 car out front. And Ryan Anderson out there in the number 12 car. My apologies. And now he inherited second place. Oh, goodness. So I was just told that Ryan came down with a quick little stomach flu or something that got him sick, and he was just in bed down for the count, not even knowing if was he. Do you think he was gonna? Did he at one point ever say he wasn't gonna race? Ah, really? All right. Well, that's good on his point. And look at him now; he's finding himself in second place, so that's going to be pretty good for the points that we were just talking about. So, all right, we've got the track clear. So the Santan Ford F-150 is going to bring this field around one more time, and I'll bet you we're going racing. What a good race so far. It's very sad that one of the top guys had to get taken out there, collected up there in turn 4. But while we are out here at a little bit of a break, let's talk about young Krista Smith out there, the only limited buggy out there. Her sponsors include Select Glass for all your glass needs, Action Auto Gearboxes, Steve Godfrey does all the engine work on there, Stand Up MRI of Arizona helps her out as well, and Arizona Auto helps young Krista Smith out to get that car across the finish line. She's also sponsored by Danny Fodrell, that's Fodrell Motorsports, and Dirt Girl Clothing helps out Krista Smith, and you can see her there in that beautiful pink, purple, and orange limited car as the Santan Ford F-150 pulls off. That must mean only one thing, that this time around, we're going green. And again, we got a driver spun out. That was Ryan Anderson. Spins out in turn 4. These turns must be slippery. But now Ryan Anderson's got his hands full with Jared Irwin. And you can see car 74 getting sideways down the front straightaway. So Ryan Anderson with a slip up going into turn 4, allowing Jared Irwin now to very easily slide in. But Rob Harvey, he is starting to check out and extend his lap times. So Krista Smith now having some issues here in the infield of that 321 limited buggy. And that's going to bring out the full course yellow. All right, while we're grouping up these drivers again, let's talk about some of the sponsors. I want to remind everybody, make sure you go down to the vendor area, get some beer there from Torrance. Torrance does have an ice chest down there. You can tell him what's in it. Go down and claim your ice chest. He'll give it back to you if you can tell him the contents of that ice chest. But go down there and get a beer because I know him. He's going to get out of here as quickly as he can. But some of the other sponsors that we have out here, Weller Racing, helping out with the SR1 class that they pretty much put into the events. You'll see them out here as well. Weller Racing, all your needs for the SR1 and UTV. They've got a beautiful turbo kit for the Yamaha YXZ 1000. So check everything out at wellerracing.com. The Santan Ford F-150 is pulling up at this time. And that can only mean one thing, that we are going green this time around. I talked with young Ryan Anderson last night, and I was able to say, hey, man, looking pretty good out there. He said, yeah. Danny came up to me and told me that there's another gear in the truck, or in the car. He said, all this time I thought it was a 4-speed, but apparently it's a 5-speed. Krista Smith now struggling here. Looks like by the way of the angle of the tire slid that she broke something, or something seized. And she's in a pretty precarious position right there on the track. Casey Kane making sure that they can get it done, so not having to bring out the yellow. And that'll bring out a local yellow. Local yellow, there you go. It's just a local. It's a local yellow. That means it's just right here, so I don't know why the whole... All right, so there seems to be some confusion up here. was a local yellow only. So they were only supposed to slow down right there coming over the finish line jump. But once they averted the problem, they could go green. But, yeah, so that's going to bring it down to a full course yellow. We'll run some up here and we'll try it again. The Santam Ford FX4 F-150 coming out. Take these guys one more time around. So, oh well. Yeah, we'll go green this time right away. And we'll get to the conclusion. So Rich Ward I saw there today. I got to talk with him last night. He was riding with Justin Sir. So Rich Ward, what was it like riding with Justin? You got a thumbs up, or was it kind of crazy? Rich Ward, are you even listening? All right, very good. Just making sure. Could you drive better than Justin? No? Yes? No? You're all looking for me, aren't you? Well, I only have one answer to that. He was out here racing. You weren't. All right. I know, bunk move of me. I'm sorry. Back to racing. We're going green. Let's see if we get to the conclusion of this pro buggy class. White flag flying for Rob Harvey in that number 18 Pro Buggy. And Brady Whitlock and Jared Irwin now your top three drivers. Ryan Anderson just going to have to watch them all get to the podium first. And Krista Smith. Action Auto Gearboxes, Fod Rolls, Dirt Girl Clothing, Arizona Auto. Steve Godfrey did the engine work. And Stand Up MRI of Arizona. So congratulations to Krista Smith. And here we go. Rob Harvey, your checkered flags. And Brady Whitlock. And Jared Irwin now finishing off the top three. And Ryan Anderson, he'll just have to come through. Couldn't get it together in turn 4. And Krista Smith, your lone limited buggy out there. We'll talk to the drivers right after this. All right, Wildhorse Pass, ready to talk to the drivers. Let's get them up here on my podium. I got some chicks. I got some money. Look at this. I got some money, money, money. I like having money in my hand, right? Let me slide on through here, my friend. All right, guys, let's get on up here. Let's get talking. Got quite the podium here in the Pro Buggy class. Fodderville Motorsports, Pro Buggy, and Limited Buggy. And we'll be able to talk with Rob Harvey again. That's right. Yay. Let's get on over here, guys. I got to talk to Jared Irwin first. We'll start here with him. So Jared Irwin, you had a hard time yesterday out here, but we didn't see you on my podium, but you got up here and got the job done today.
Yeah, yesterday was struggling with the car. I made some changes today and tried it on qualifying, and it worked, and it's a little slippery, so we all had to deal with that.
I mean, it looked pretty crazy out here. Turn 4 swallowed a lot of cars. I think you actually got collected in there on this race, but you were able to come out without any injuries.
Oh, yeah, the steering's a little bent. It was clocked, obviously different, so just kept on going. So that's
all right, man, and you got here to talk to me. That's still good.
Yep, I just got to thank my family for all the help and support they at the track. ADS Racing Shocks and Lucas Oil and everyone that comes out and supports the series and everyone that helps out with track maintenance and everything.
All right, that's awesome that you say that. Hey, what's going on here, man? You're growing a beard. Are you becoming a hipster on us?
No, I just decided to not shave the past 2 months, so.
I can't grow a beard, man. It comes back solid gray.
Oh, well, I'll probably have that problem someday.
All right. Jared Irwin, everybody, third place. He got up here. He got the job done. But right now, Brady Whitlock, man, you know, you had to work for it a little bit there. A lot of stuff happening there in turn 4. I'm sure you saw it happen. But, man, you were consistent, and look, you got right behind here, and here you are in second place.
Yeah, it didn't start off too good in turn 4, but we came back, did all right. So I say thanks to Danny Fodrell out here, Integrity Racing, my parents, my mom, dad, wife, my twin girls, cheering me on at camp, and all my family's out here. So it's a good weekend.
All right, very good. Are we going to see you here in the Nationals here in 2 weeks?
It's a possibility for sure.
All right, very good. Well, you definitely looked good. So anybody else want to say thank you to?
No, I think that's about it. But
all right, Brady Whitlock, everybody, thank you. I didn't mean to cut you out there, but I'll tell you what, the guy that's been dominating all weekend, it's a sweep for him. Rob Harvey, man, you got to feel pretty good, don't you?
Yeah, things are going real good for us. We're testing for the National coming up, and things are looking good. Cars running real good. Transmission shifting good. We stayed up late last night and did some changes to the rear end, the swing arms, to try to get some more forward bite off the car coming off the corner, and just getting a feel for it. And things are going good. And I didn't know there was an invert until we took off, so I didn't have enough tear-offs. And we were in the first turn and back, and it went dark pretty fast, and pulling tear-offs quick. And I thought, I hope this stops pretty quick, or we're going to run out of tear-offs.
Jesus, but man, it still looked good. So whatever you set up on the car ran good.
Yeah, I did good. And lucky for me, they had the big accident up there in the turn 4 on the high lane. I was going to the bottom lane anyway, and then he goes, "You're going to come out in the lead." I went, "Oh, this is working out pretty good."
Well, man, I mean, you didn't actually get it handed to you. I mean, you definitely ran a great race there. The accident did kind of get you into the spot there. I'm sure the competition yellow would have done that, man. But definitely looked blazing fast all weekend.
Yeah, the car's running real good. Big thanks to my buddy Wade here. He runs Fabrication Concepts. He's done a lot of work to the car, fixed up a lot of things that we've broken and bent, and he's always the one fixing them for me.
All right, well, you're a winner. Do you have anybody else you want to say thank you to?
Just my wife and daughter for always being out here and supportive and, making lunches for everybody and helping out, and it's always great to have them here.
Beautiful. I hope to see you here in 2 weeks at the Lures race here, the national race. Rob Harvey, everybody. They're going to get some picture of you here down there, and we got the next race coming up after this. Where's Krista Smith? I'm going to go down here and talk with her while we're... Krista, I'm sorry I didn't get you on the podium. My apologies. I've missed 2 today. I don't even know what's going on. It's everything's out of whack. But here, I'll tell you what. I'll make it up to you since we didn't get you on the podium. We'll get you on the film. How about that? So, Krista Smith, you were the only limited buggy out there today. But, yesterday you ran a smooth race. I told you at the end of the race yesterday you looked really good out there. Today you had a little bit of an issue. What was going on?
The track was really slick, and I just had a few issues.
Was it overdriving, or did you it was just slick, couldn't get around?
It was slick and overdriving.
All right, well, very good. I've got a list of sponsors right here. That was yours, and I've been reading it off, but you want to read it off one more time?
Yeah, Select Glass, Dirt Girl Off-Road Clothing Company, Fodro Motorsports, Action Auto Gearboxes, Arizona Auto, Steve Godfrey, my dad, my mom, my grandpa, my dad,
You got right through it, man. See, that's good. So what you...
Stand Up MRI of Arizona.
Very good. Check this out. What you got that they didn't, you got to be on the film. So we'll see you there. Chris Smith, everybody. All right, I'm not going to make it, man. So I'm going to sit here with the SR1 guys again. Man, Scott, definitely a good performance out of you today. Look at you're always strong out there, but you know what brings you out to the top of that or gets you on my podium? You know, I got to say it. It's all you, baby. I don't know.
He kicked some butt.
All right, there you go. He's like, I can't say it. Well, I'm going to keep moving over here. This man, the race of the day so far, you got to be feeling so good. You still feeling pretty good about the race?
I would have rather won, but yeah, it was fun.
Well, man, you know, it's always good to see when you it's like the fight we watched last night. It's two warriors battling it out. You know, you both gave it your all.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was clean too, so but that makes it fun. You know, Corey could have closed the door on me a couple times, and I could have came in hard on her, and didn't. It's been clean this season. I hope we keep it that way, and you know, it definitely went her way this weekend, and we'll see next time.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing that you said right there, is trying to keep it clean. You know, there's definitely, you know, I hang out with you guys pretty much every race. At the end of the race, I go to make my rounds, and then I always try to avoid going into the SR1 pits until the last moment. Well, you know, especially with you when you break out the fireball, but I got to tell you, but what is really cool is out on the track, that does, oddly enough, we don't think about it, but it does transfer over because, you know, not just as Corey, it's Scott. We all hang out and have a few beers after the race. So the thing is, when you're out there on the track, I guarantee that makes it a little less aggressive, that you don't want to stuff them into the wall unless they ask for it.
It makes a difference, but when we're out there, you're out there. I mean, if you got a line, you're going to take it. And, you know, but I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, it is nice to come back and not be, you know, they're having that tension in the pit. But no, it's going to happen, and it will happen. But, you know, so far, so good. So we'll see how the season goes.
No doubt. And I mean, I don't know, man. I've never driven an SR1. I probably haven't even driven anything without, well, I've driven something without power to weight ratio, but I've never raced it. But there's a lot of power in there, so a little more blurb of a throttle, a little hold it on just 1 second more. That could definitely create some real carnage coming into a corner.
Yeah, I mean, it was, you know, had I not made up that one mistake, and all it takes one mistake to lose the lead, but that's why we race SR1s, because there's more power than you know what to do with, and it's an inexpensive way to be one of the fastest cars out here, and it's a driver's class. So, you know, anyone could pick up a, you know, whether you have a $10,000, $15,000 car or $30,000, $40,000 car, they're almost the same car. So.
From you all the way down to the last car, I think there was only a couple seconds in between everybody.
It used to be like 7 seconds. Now it's maybe 3 or 4 seconds, and the top 8 to 10 guys are within a second of each other, so it's close.
All right, well, there you have it. You heard it from Brandon Kilgore right there. It is a driver's class. Scott didn't want to talk to me, so all right, well, thanks, Scott. So I love you guys. I'm just messing around. And I do actually love the fact that you guys and girls have always taken care of me out here at the track as well. The Munses always take care of me. The Muns crew over there always make sure that my belly's full. And you know what? I never say no to Brenda's cooking. Never. Never, ever, ever. She could fry up some womp rats, and I'd be over there eating them. I'm just telling you. There'd be nothing I'd say no to from that young lady. I asked Randy last night. It was Randy's birthday, so I didn't get a chance to say happy birthday over the intercom like a dummy. So I'll say happy birthday to Randy today. Happy birthday, Randy! But I actually asked Randy yesterday after I was sitting there stuffing my face while he was talking to me. I said, "Hey man, did you fall in love with Brenda? Any part of it because of cooking?" he said, "No, I met her. I was out hitchhiking one night." He did. So there's the Muns, the Randy and Brenda Muns story right there. And I got it last night while stuffing my face. I'll just share it with you. I thought it was so good. I was stuffing it in my face faster than I could chew it, so it got stuck in my throat. And it was pretty rough, but I got her down, and then I was able to eat the rest of it. I actually ate all of it. So, but their lunch? Oh yeah. Well, if you know how the Munses work, they put so much food out, and you just come through like just take what you want, you know. And so I came at the end of that, and I kind of always do come at the end, so that way I actually like coming at the end because if everybody's already eaten, whatever's left is mine. Yeah. And yesterday there was no exception to that rule. So, all right. So the Wellers don't like when I say this. My favorite class in off-road racing getting ready to come out here on the track. And I'm sorry, it's the kids. It's 450 cc's of shifter modified kart action. So this is my favorite class in off-road racing. All right. So let's talk and meet the drivers here in the Pinnacle Off-Road Motorsports Modified Kart class. You can see it being leading around by our Yamaha YXZ 1000 pace car. And let's meet the drivers really quickly. Row 1 in the car number 537, Mia Chapman. Right next to her in the car 588 is Connor McMullen. Trey Gibbs will be in the car 515, and Chris Pulvorde is in that 594. Cohen Crawford in the number 548, and the car with the numbers 574 on it will be driven by Bronson Charamonte. And in the 553 car, Cole Keats. Got to talk with Cole Keats. I said, "Man, I love your paint job." He says, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Because when you look out in the field and you see all the cars, the first thing you see is that bright orange car, and you can actually see it right out there. It's bright orange, bright fluorescent orange and black. That's Cole Keats." 528, Nathan Perry. Gavin Manning, on the 540 car. And Chance Haugen, the Pinnacle Off-Road Motorsports driver, out there in the same number, respectively, the number 518. Riley Pierce, the Turtle, she's out there in 575, and I don't call her Turtle because she's slow. I call her Turtle because she loves to turtle her car, so let's hope she keeps on all fours today. And finishing up this field of 12 cars in this modified kart class, number 581 of Mickey Smith. So that's going to finish it. If I know what we're going to do, the Yamaha YXZ Pace vehicle is going to come off at this time. And that's right, we're going green. Three wide coming into turn 1. And we've got a car spun out. I'm pretty sure that's going to bring out full course caution unless that car can get refired. It's moving. And they did not get it done in time, so that's going to bring out a full course caution. Oh, look at that. Right as he got it fired. Man, Wildhorse fans, I cannot stress enough how much I love this class here. The kids, I've watched some of these kids grow up and actually come out of the JR1 and JR2 rinks, and now here they are in the modified class. These are 450cc quad engines donated out of the Yamaha quad as well. So, and these are shifter carts. These kids are actually shifting them. So we'll see who it's going to be this time around as the Yamaha YXZ pulls off. And we're going green. And Connor McMullen first over the ski jump. And the white car now with the pink wheels, that's Mia Chapman. And Chris Pulvordi, he's out there in the third place spot. And Trey Gibbs right behind him having his hands full with young Cole Keats. Chris Pulverdi into the inside of turn 2. Mia Chapman now having to slide back. Can Mia Chapman come back in turn 3 for the pass? Trey Gibbs now trying to get in on this action. Indeed, Mia Chapman to the inside. Can she make the pass stick? Trey Gibbs now, they're 3 wide going into turn 4. Three wide, Cole Keats bumping with Trey Gibbs. And Mia Chapman, the victim of that. And the battle up front now continues. Connor McMullen is feeling some pressure from Chris Pulvordi. And Chris Pulvordi first over the ski jump. And Mia Chapman having a rough race. Now she's got her hands full with Cole. And Chris Pulvordi now starting to extend his lead over Connor McMullen. And Cole Keats now still ahead of Mia Chapman, but Trey Gibbs there also waiting for a little bit of a mistake from either of those two drivers. Mia Chapman trying to make a move on Cole Keats down the back straightaway. Mia Chapman on the inside, they touch as they come into turn 2. Mia Chapman keeping it clean though. And Trey Gibbs now trying to get around Mia Chapman for the inherent fourth place. Mia Chapman, though, doing a great job keeping Trey Gibbs at bay, but now set